Millions of Americans across the country are returning home from the Thanksgiving holiday. This comes as COVID-19 cases continue to rise across the country and right here in Pennsylvania. Good evening, I'm Brian Wilk. As those travelers head home, Fox News correspondent Alex Hogan reports cases of COVID-19 and hospitalizations continue to hit record highs.
Holiday travelers setting a pandemic-era record despite calls to stay home. The number of passengers passing through airports this weekend reaching the highest level since mid-March. And as travelers head home from their busy Thanksgiving trips, it's expected to be a busy day around the country. This past week marks the busiest travel weekend since the pandemic started. The TSA screening more than 1 million travelers before the holiday. Still, it's far fewer than years past.
Normally, as we gear up for Thanksgiving, we're talking about how are we going to handle all the extra activity. This year, our main message is follow those health orders.
AAA predicted 95% of travelers, 47 million people, would drive this year, despite the CDC asking Americans to stay home. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy says the fight is far from over when it comes to COVID.
The great news is there's light at the end of the tunnel, vaccines in particular. But for the next 2 or 3 months, we're in the fight of our lives.
The number of hospitalizations increasing at the end of this holiday weekend. On Saturday, New Hampshire, Oregon, Idaho, Oklahoma, and Minnesota broke their own state single-day records for new COVID-19 case numbers. Medical experts say it is almost certain there will be another uptick after this holiday travel, and travelers are told they will need to abide by guidelines for testing and quarantines when they return. In New York, Alex Hogan, Fox 66 News.
Erie County continues to see triple-digit cases of COVID-19. According to the State Department of Health's website, the county has 113 new cases Sunday. The total number of cases since March for Erie County now stands at 5,360 cases. Elsewhere in the region, Crawford County, 64 new cases. Their total now 1,871. Warren County, 7 new cases. Ashtabula County, 42 new cases. Their total stands at over 2,500. Chautauqua County, New York, reporting 19 new cases, bringing the total there to 1,671. Meanwhile, across the Commonwealth, the State Department of Health reporting 5,529 new cases Sunday. The total number of cases reported since March now stands at over 357,000. There were no new COVID-19 related deaths to report on Sunday. Democrats and Republicans are still at odds with each other over another coronavirus relief bill. Fox News correspondent Kevin Cork reports many on Capitol Hill feel the logjam must be broken, and the sooner the better.
Without question, the impasse continues on Capitol Hill as both sides, Republicans and Democrats, try to come up with some sort of a deal for a coronavirus relief package. But even though this impasse has been going on now for quite some time, there are some on Capitol Hill who think the logjam not only can, but absolutely must be broken, and time is of the essence. Fox News has learned that there are some measures that may be attached to a spending package that has to be passed by December 11th to avert a government shutdown that could offer some relief, even as federal health officials meet this week to try to make crucial decisions about whom they'll recommend getting the coronavirus vaccine first. Understand the bottom line. Pressure is now mounting on Congress to step up and help families and in particular small business.
And so that to me is just fundamentally wrong to say you're out of business now and your workers are unemployed, particularly whenever there's not any CARES Act relief package anymore.
I'll tell you what would really make a difference here. A big federal stimulus sooner than later, with a lifeline to small businesses, restaurants, folks who are unemployed. That would be a game changer, not just in their lives and in their prospects.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, you may recall, turned down a $1.8 trillion offer from the Treasury Secretary, Stephen Mnuchin, along with the White House and the GOP, hoping somehow to get a relief package out to the American people. At this point, that deal has not landed, but there is renewed hope on Capitol Hill that somehow, some way, the two sides will get together and break the logjam. In Washington, I'm Kevin Cork, Fox News.
Let's turn to weather now. Meteorologist Craig Flint has your Fox First forecast. Hey, Craig.
Hey, Brian. Gorgeous day today. Temperature some 10, 11 degrees above normal, but changes are on the way. The clouds thickening up as we speak. Live look right now, State Street U.S. netting cam. Thickening clouds. Most of tonight's going to be dry, so if you do have to go out late, you should be fine. But, you know, you get towards those wee hours, pre-dawn hours, that's when some rain's going to be moving in. Nothing on Storm Tracker right now. So currently 46. South winds at 7. They're going to be fairly light through the night, but they will start to ramp up as we head into the day on Monday. So the clouds build, mid-40s now. We're only dropping into the low 40s. Rain arrives by the time you wake up. It's wet and windy through the course of Monday. That's the first leg, if you will, of this storm. On the backside of it, we are tracking some snow, and there could be some significant snow accumulations. We'll go over numbers for you coming up with my full forecast in just a little while. Brian?
Thanks, Craig. City of Erie police are investigating after a 14-year-old boy was shot overnight. According to police, this happened along East 14th Street. A passerby witnessed the shooting and took the victim to UPMC Hammett with non-life-threatening injuries. Police are still investigating. One woman is lucky to be alive after several shots were fired at her car. According to police, this happened overnight along East 10th Street and Hess Avenue. The 32-year-old woman was sitting in her car when the shots were fired, one of which hitting the rear window. Now, she didn't suffer any injuries. No shell casings were found, but police are still investigating. One local glass collection service is working to reduce the community's carbon footprint, offering a 24/7 self-serve glass drop-off on East Avenue. Chelsea Swift tells us about the power and importance of recycling glass.
That's roughly 1,200 pounds of glass in the process of being recycled. The owner of Bayfront Glass LLC says recycling glass benefits the local community.
Glass is one of the most recyclable materials that we've ever created. So getting that out of the waste stream helps streamline the waste. I mean, glass is not trash. So keeping it away from the trash is a big step.
Bayfront Glass recycles about 4,000 pounds of glass each month. The owner says once the glass is broken down, it can be reused for municipal projects or to make new glass jars and bottles.
I have some of the best support from from just people all over the community. They love what I'm doing. The municipalities that I do work with, it's an awesome value to them. It's an awesome service.
The president of one local distillery says recycling with Bayfront Glass is one of the many ways they choose to stay green.
We've always wanted to be green, from everything that we make from organics to the way we process our bottles to the cleaning, re-cleaning of our bottles. Or the recycling programs in Erie have kind of come and gone, and when they came in, it was kind of a perfect fit for us.
Gavin Moss adding every 2 weeks, Altered State Distillery recycles about 400 pounds of glass.
I think to us it's important to have as little carbon footprint, if you will, on the earth as we can. That's just kind of our thing.
Chelsea Swift, Fox 66 News.
Coming up on Fox 66 News, in transition, the president-elect is expected to announce some key team players for his administration next week. Plus, Go Fetch, the first of many winter dog fetching competitions taking place this morning in Edinburgh. We'll take you there. And out of this world, a NASA astronaut captures amazing video of his trip to outer space. That story when we come back.
See new